What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, Rashid White. My boy, Barrick Burrell, co-host over there.
Going on, guys?
All right. As everyone can actually see with the title on the screen there, the NBA may implement James Harden rule to stop free throw attempts. Is the
Right.
league getting desperate? So we know actually the league has been having a ratings nightmare in a sense, though, and one of the reasons is probably the woke nonsense, too many 3-point shooting, and I guess James Harden in a sense. Though, but Barry, take us off on this, man.
No, it's not. No, well, the bottom line is this is the thing about the new James Harden rule. They're all working on it. This also will include Trae Young. These two players have had the ability to draw fouls in so many different ways by utilizing their body, just contorting their bodies. And by that, drawing obvious fouls to get to the free throw line and continue play. What they want to do now, the NBA, is they're trying to kind of change that a bit, get into the rule book. And it's under consideration right now. But right now, it's going to start drawing. And really right now, from what I understand, it's pissing the players off. It's not the way to go about it. You're changing the whole game. You're changing the rules. And you're also changing the possibility of having that competitive edge over your opponent. By taking this out, it's almost like the NFL taking away the catch rule. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Rashid, but the bottom line is the catch rule is when a player has to have complete control of the ball on his way down, and the ground cannot loosen the ball whatsoever. There was times when the guy caught the ball and came down, the ball still came loose. As long as it was a catch on the way down, it was a catch. The NFL took that out, and now they make it more difficult to complete a catch. Now that's the version of the NBA now. Now you're telling a player that he cannot maneuver his body in such a way in order to get a foul call and then get to the free throw line and earn more points. That's what this is all about. And at the end of the day, of course, that dude Adrian Wojnarowski reported that real quick. But it's going to affect James Harden. It's going to affect Trae Young in particular, man. Those two players are infamous for doing that. Infamous for getting guys to commit fouls, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I mean, to James Harden's credit this year, he hasn't really been doing that much this year, man. I'm actually surprised. They probably could actually win more games in a sense, though. But James Harden hasn't really been doing that. So we got to give James.
Yeah, but it's not about that. They call it the James Harden rule because he was doing it the most, and now Trae Young is now doing it, and it's got the attention of the NBA, and they're sort of their executives. And then now, like the executive committee and the rule committee now want to change that. I just think you're taking a competitive edge away from these two particular players. Now, obviously, James Harden has been unhealthy. He has not been able to do the things that we know James Harden do. But Trae Young is doing it consistently. He did it tonight in today's game. All right, stopping in his tracks, throwing his body back, and obviously getting the defender to commit to that and follow him on the way up to the act of shooting. That is what the NBA is trying to take away. That is what's going on. Harden did it for the most part. He didn't do it this year, as you previously mentioned, but Trae Young is the one that's doing it now. And these two particular players are the ones that have been doing it very well, basically. So this is why they want to change these rules. I think it's stupid. I think you should let things be the way it is. Stop trying to change the game. Because if you're doing
they finally starting to listen to their customers in a sense, though. So you're seeing they removed the Black Lives Matter nonsense, all that stuff off the court. They took that off the court. It was pissing the fan base off, and maybe we might start seeing some '90s basketball in a sense. So we've seen this Brooklyn series where it looked like '90s basketball out there, man. The referees has been allowing them to play, so it looks like we may even get hopefully the 3-point is not even a 3-point is really more the hand check rule, man. Because it's really hard to actually stay in front of these guys, man, with the hand check rules, without being taken away.
Well, let's see what happens right now, but this is something they're considering to do. And I don't know anything about the hand check rule, but I know one thing's for certain. They're just trying. This is something that these players have found a way to get to the free throw line more. It's all like a logical way of saying, well, you're trying to make a fool of the NBA now? These are the rules that we had in place. And now you're trying to extend them by doing these particular things. Not every player is doing it. Even Luka Doncic has been trying to do it every once in a while. These players have been getting away with it. So before it gets to a point where every other player starts to find a way to do that, and it becomes a mainstream in the NBA, they want to try and put this in the bud before it gets out of hand. That's kind of what they're trying to do. I don't think they should do it. I think this is a new wrinkle or a new addition to the game to make it more competitive. Leave it in place. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. I mean, you know, Berg has his opinions on that, and I guess a lot, you know, I guess I like it in a sense, though. It gives these guys a little bit of a break in a sense, though, but you know, saves their legs and
well, it basically gives you a chance to get more points without having to bust your hump for 24 seconds. If you got a player that's able to get to the free throw line within 10 seconds of the possession by getting his defender to commit, especially behind the 3-point line, there's 3 points.
Yeah.
And this is what's been going on. And Trae Young has been the one doing it the most, actually. Has been doing it well. And the way he's been moving.
James, a lot of this stuff is regular season stuff. In the playoffs, as you can see, Kevin Durant tried this a couple of times. It didn't work. So they only get these calls actually during the regular season. And the playoffs, the referees aren't so quick to actually blow the whistle in a sense, though. So maybe these teams can actually feel that it gives them somewhat of a competitive edge in the regular season, and you know, games are actually lost. And if it does help where you can see a star player actually stay in the game, or it speeds up the game in a sense, though, I guess I'm for it. I mean, it won't affect James Harden. I mean, the dude is actually ultra skilled, and he can actually, you know, adapt in a sense, as we've seen him do this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is called a competitive edge, as I previously mentioned. I mean, you can get to the basket and create your points any which way you want to, but if you feel like your legs aren't there, this is coming from a shooter myself, you feel like your legs aren't there and you're a little gasp on certain plays, yeah, that may be a way to get yourself bailed out in a sense, and that's what's going on. I mean, again, I don't knock it. It's another ingenious way to try to get to the basket, or another ingenious way to get you some extra points when you're unable to generate points on offense.
Reading the comments on this Yahoo article, it says, good, free throws at that rate are bad for the pace of the games. The more you take the game out of the ref's hands, the better, in his opinion. He's actually right about that in a sense. So I agree. Definitely agree with that. Anything to stop Harden from gaming the system. He gets so annoying to watch when he swings his arm on the see, so I'm reading the comments from this Yahoo article. The customers, in a sense, though, who actually watches this thing and consumes it, they don't like it. So I guess it's about time. Yes, NBA, yes, you're actually doing a good job by actually listening to your fan base and listening to your customers. Now, that's this whole China thing. You denounced them, man. We're back in business, baby. We're back in business.
Yeah, we should say about that. But right, this is, like I said, this is what the players are doing to basically get a competitive edge. And if you take it away from them, obviously, you know, this becomes where it's supposed to be. Then go back to hand checking. Go back and make these games more competitive. And you want to go back and get these ratings up, that's what you should do. You want to change something.
Absolutely. All right. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
All right. Peace.